Here we have a 2014 Nissan GT-R, and this one's a premium, and this is an 1100 horsepower version of this vehicle, but it comes in jet black pearl on black leather, and the powertrain consists of a 3.8 liter twin turbo V6 made into a 6-speed dual clutch automatic transmission. There's a front end there. You have your daytime running lights and you have your HID headlamps. Down here we have 20-inch aluminum wheels with some Brembo brakes. And there are the controls for the power door locks windows. That's how you open the door there. And I really love this leather on the door. Feels really good. And we have a Bose sound system. Then you can put your key in there. Pop the trunk there. Power mirror controls. And there is your power driver's seat with power lumbar support. And then you can just adjust the seat back and the bottom using this knob here, and it's pretty neat actually. And then you can move the seat bottom up and down using that button there. And then you have 2-stage heated seats. And there's a view of the back seat there. Then you have those big speakers in the middle. Let's go and check out the back and the trunk space. And just look at that exhaust. It's huge. There's that trunk space there. It's actually a pretty good size for this kind of car. Pretty impressed with that. Just one more look. And there we have our front passenger seat there, which we can also power adjust. And then 2-stage heated seat on this side as well. And a huge shout out to Auto Collection of Murfreesboro for letting me review this today. And this particular GT-R has an E85 tune to get that 1100 horsepower, and that's what it's running on right now. Let's take a look at what's under the hood. And there's the motor there. Now to hop in the driver's seat. So there's our leather wrapped steering wheel there. And to the radio, we get AM, FM, XM, along with a CD player, aux, and then we also have Bluetooth audio there. And there's our backup camera. And the guidelines change as we turn the steering wheel. And there's the navigation system. There's the settings menu there. And then I really like this function here. We can just pull up all of our gauges. So I can scroll through braking, gear position, steering, acceleration. And then you even have custom views as well. So that's my favorite there. But we get dual zone automatic climate controls. And then we can even toggle between our drive modes and how the car handles. So we can hold down for comfort, hold up to put in the race mode, and then we tap down and we put it in normal mode. And that goes for pretty much all of these. You have to hold it up to put it in off, like for your traction control. But there's that CD drive there. And for our shifter, we just hit this button all the way down, reverse, and then we have our neutral drive, and then we can slap over there to manually shift, and we can use those paddle shifters there. There's our e-brake. Cup holders here, we can go ahead and stow those. A little center console cubby tray there. And there's a view of that back seat again. There's our glove compartment. Then over here we have volume controls, track list station controls. We can change our source there between AM, FM, and then XM as well. And then we have Bluetooth controls here. Here are cruise controls here. And then we can mark for lap times here. And there's the gauge cluster. There's the push button start. And finally, here's our key fob. But next, we're gonna go ahead and take this 1100 horsepower 2014 Nissan GT-R Premium out on the road for a quick test drive. Right off the bat, I just love the droning sound of this exhaust. It sounds so good. Of course, the ride's a bit choppy, but I'm gonna put it in a comfort mode, and that does make it quite a bit better. But the dual clutch automatic is pretty responsive, and using the paddle shifters is really fun, especially with this kind of aftermarket work that's been done on this one. I mean, that exhaust is crazy. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this thing is nasty. I'm gonna give myself a little space because nobody's behind me. Oh, that is nice. That's real nice. Just so quick. And the all-wheel drive, you really don't miss a beat with that. Just so fast. And really, with everything in the race mode, it drives just so incredibly well, and it's still comfortable. And a lot of that has to do with the seats, but the ride is not as choppy as I would have expected on the interstate. But it is so worth the performance. I mean, wow. Just really, really impressive performance. And what's crazy is when you drive this thing normally, you can get, as you can see, 25, 26 miles a gallon average. And I really have no complaints about this car, other than when I turn the steering wheel, I always reach for the paddle shifter. And it's not there because these are stationary. But, I mean, it's still a good car. I've driven a stock one before. Or no, I think I drove a Hennessy. I've driven a Hennessy, I think it was a black edition. And of course that was quick, but nothing like this. I think that one had a lot less loud of an exhaust, so it didn't feel as fast. But, I mean, this really is a good daily driver too. The seats are very sturdy, very adjustable, heated. And I'm able to fit in this without much of an issue. And having a V6 really does allow you to capitalize on fuel economy. And the 6-speed dual clutch is a really, really good transmission. And the paddle shifters are so much fun. I'm gonna put in automatic mode for the rest of the drive, but they're just so much fun to use. You just want to use it even though you don't have to. But I've had so much fun just with the performance of this car. Visibility is good. Like I said, ride quality is really good for this kind of car. And when you actually adjust the suspension, adjust the feel of the car, you can tell the difference. It isn't just choppy all the time. And I'm just impressed by that. But just a really practical car. Buttons are where they need to be. It's just a really good car. And that's before the 1100 horsepower. And I mean, that exhaust is just so nice. this is going to bring me to the end of my review of the 2014 Nissan GT-R Premium with an 1100 horsepower upgrade.